Why are you messing with the thing? Just talk when you call. Just talk. Stop pushing buttons.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Mom, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. You need to text this number if you want something.
Yeah, give me a Cobb salad.
Didn't I just say text this number?
A Cobb salad. Okay. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Hello, I am HQ of HQ Reacts. If you have made it this far and you're not subscribed, please hit the like button and subscribe and share. If you find me on other social media platforms, please follow me. And you might find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Y'all, this is HQ from the Wife Code with HQ. Today has been one of them days, believe me, computer breakdown, computer upgrade, computer, you name it. And I still am not up to par on my computer. It's like I couldn't even figure out how to turn it on. I mean, just, But hopefully I made it. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can see me. Whew. It was one of them days, okay? I can't even see the comments. I can't even see my comments. Y'all hit the like button, coming in. My goodness. The subject today, it was supposed to be a wife code, right? I ain't had my hair done. I'm just running behind for real. It's just weird. But today's wife code was about why women are protectors of men too, or how women protect men in relationships too, right? Most of the traditional narratives say that we always cast the men as protectors, but there are women act as protectors too, right? In very deep and meaningful ways. Although it's not as recognized as men being the protectors and whatnot, I mean, there's a lot of ways that women protect people, protect marriages, protect men. She protects men, or women protect men, first and foremost, emotionality, right? And I give you an example. When a man loses his job, or he, has self-doubt about himself, normally she is the anchor that keeps him stable if he looks outside himself. Instead of allowing himself to be down or ashamed because he doesn't have a job, she tries to get him, or she's supposed to try to get him, encourage him to express the things that he's feeling, reminding him of how important and how much worth he has in the family. You validate the fears that he has without judgment, without censor. She is the one who protects his self-esteem by reassuring him. And this is a wifely duty. This is a wifely duty, and this is a long-term relationship duty. I mean, she protects his self-esteem and makes sure that he understands that he has worth. His worth is not tied to his paycheck. His worth is not tied to just his money. Okay. She also protects the children from such a dangerous and volatile world that we have. When there's conflict in marriages, she is consciously or unconsciously trying not to fight or vent. She is supposed to, trying not to vent, argue in front of the children. She is supposed to be the shelter, the filter, to make sure that they don't internalize the fight that may be between the man and the wife. So the wife, has to show emotional intelligence, resilience. She's not only protecting the marriage, but she's also trying to protect the mental stability of those children. This is her job as a wife, as a companion. Okay. Social and media related things like social media, protecting your family against social media. This is another thing she's supposed to be doing as a wife, as a companion. For example, in a situation when her husband or family undermines him, or the children tries to undermine him, she's supposed to be the gateway between him and those children. Okay? So that she shields him and she shields the family from ridicule, humiliation, talk. This is the job that women do. Women do the protecting of that. Men normally think protection is physical. It's not all of that. Okay? A woman is supposed to set the boundaries when it comes to the emotional floodgate that comes the family's way. She's also the person that helps him if she sees that he may be overstretching himself, allowing himself to get overworked or overstimulated, or he's doing too much. She's supposed to step in and say, we can't have you outstretching yourself, because then you give us little time. You don't give us enough of your time, or you're stretching your whole schedule too much, and you're gonna burn yourself out. She's the one who's supposed to step in and say that. Okay. She's supposed to protect his mental and his mental energy when it comes to the relationship. Okay. These are the things that she's supposed to do. So we're saying that she's a protector. So if she's doing the protecting, these are the things that she is doing. Financially, she is a protector. Financially, and I have my notes here. Financially, and the practical protection in that family. Often the woman is the person that plans the activities, plans the money, plans what we do, how we save, where we put the money. Is the money going here productively? She's normally the person that does that. And that's something that's left to her in the family. And by her being a protector, she will do that. Okay?
You said Cobb salad.
She will do that. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Sorry about that. I told y'all this is a wild day. For me, very wild day. Okay. So she's the one who brings the skills when it comes to money. She might delay her education or her career. She might put it on the back burner so that he may be able to pursue what he wants to pursue, all in the name of moving the family forward. That should be every man and woman's goal, is to move the family forward in time so the family progresses. And it's not necessarily like she's passively supporting him. She's actively making choices in her family. Is she going to be the person that sits in the side or sits on the sideline and lets him do what he needs to do because he's the man of the house? Okay. It's a strategic protection so that the whole family moves forward, not necessarily just her or not necessarily just him. And I heard people say, oh, the wife is selfish and she doesn't this, that, and the third. Hey, I've only heard that from men. And then I've only heard it from Mamie. I've only heard it from male-centered women where a woman actually comes out and says women are selfish. And people say women are selfish. Well, nobody says being selfish is not a bad thing. People say being selfish is a bad thing. I don't necessarily think being selfish is a bad thing, specifically because a woman has to love herself before she loves anybody else, and vice versa. A man is supposed to love himself first before he loves anybody else, and that's a selfish thing. Maybe it is, but I think there's nothing wrong with being selfish in certain times. Okay? Religiously, if the family is going to be religious, if the family is going to be spiritual, I think she should be the guiding person. Okay? When a partner begins to slip unethically or change unethically, okay, or become very shady in their dealings with the family or becomes emotionally cold or whatever, she doesn't ignore that. She calls that out. She calls it not out in anger, but in love. Y'all just mad because these are clear-cut examples. If the world was all women were selfish, then we could bank on that. But you can't bank on that because every person is not selfish. And every man is not selfish. Every woman is not selfish. So when people say, well, all women are selfish, I'm like, well, you met every woman in the world. So then you would know, wouldn't you? But if you haven't, then that's just a talking point. I don't believe in talking points. So anyway, she calls out this moral decay so she can protect the family. She's supposed to protect the family. His moral code, everybody's moral code, without shaming or blaming somebody. But in a lot of families, the woman is the leader of the spiritual realm or the spiritual journey in that family. She may be one of the people who pray over the household, make sure people praise, make sure people praise at the table, make sure people say prayers at night. This is a part of what a woman is supposed to do, and this is how she protects her family too, by keeping them grounded in spirituality, keep them grounded in religion if that's a part of your family. Okay. Keeping a relationship rooted in values and morals. This is her job. This is what she's supposed to do as a wife. Okay. As a wife. And people say, well, a woman can't protect the family. She does. There's different ways in which she does. Another part of how a woman protects is that she turns her home, or she turns the home into a house. Okay. Even if they're poor, she's supposed to put love and security and acceptance in that house for those children, for the man. Make the house a home. Put pictures on the wall. Put flowers in the kitchen. Put a tablecloth on the table. Make sure the kids know how to set a table. This is supposed to be a home, a sanctuary for people, for a family. Okay. A lot of women make doctor's appointments. Watch out for different things in the family. Wow. Different things that are happening in the family. Encourage good habits. Make sure the kids take a bath. Make sure they know how to wash. Make sure they know how to clean. Make sure they know how to vacuum. These are things that women do to protect their family. It's a different form of protection, but it's a form of protection nonetheless, right? And a lot of people overlook the beauty and the things that a woman is supposed to bring to the house. She brings these kind of things to the house. She brings these kind of things to the family. She's supposed to help protect the relationship too. Okay. She's supposed to be the person that speaks up if she feels like we're all going in separate, different directions. She's supposed to make sure the family talks, connects, understands each other. Okay. So the family doesn't enroll, doesn't get old, doesn't get stale. This is the person that is supposed to breathe life into these relationships, especially when things are feeling off, awkward. People are not doing the right thing by connecting with families, sitting at the table with a phone. Nobody is supposed to be at the table with a phone. She's supposed to make sure that you don't do that. You come to the family table to talk, to connect. But a woman is not going to emotionally abandon the family unless you let her know that there's no point in her being there for that. And most women will try to protect that, protect the relationship, protect each other by that way. So I'm saying women are protectors too. It just depends on the relationship. It just depends on how she wants to protect people. What is her role emotionally? Safeguarding people, making sure people express themselves, making sure people feel things they're supposed to feel, do what they're supposed to do, heal when there's a problem in the relationship. Socially, she tries to make sure that she stands up for the family, her partner, defends her partner's actions if they're good and just. This is what women are supposed to do. It's not just a man who protects the family. She makes sure the boundaries are there between the relationship and stays there. She financially protects the family, making sure bills may be paid on time, making sure she has enough money to do this, making sure she has enough money to go to the doctor, make sure everybody goes to the doctor, everybody sees the doctor, manage the budget. All of these things, this is a form of protection. Specifically, she is the moral compass of that family, or she is supposed to be. Because if mom is out there twerking, how are you protecting the family if you're out there twerking and you're not a safeguarder of the family morally? Okay, making sure people are accountable for what they do, uphold the values in a relationship, sexual boundaries, encourage empathy, sympathy in this family, and her home, our home, their home is supposed to be protected. She's supposed to make it happy for somebody to come home. She shouldn't be bitching the minute somebody comes in the door. You should be a safe haven. I should feel comfortable coming into my house. If a woman is there, I should feel comfortable walking around in the house knowing things are there when I need them. Is there alcohol in the bathroom? Is there peroxide in the bathroom? Are there Band-Aids in the house? Are there pot holders in the house? All of these things, the woman is supposed to make sure these things are there. And she protects the relationship too. Okay. Wanting to talk out problems. There's nothing worse than having tension in a family, tension in the house, and nobody is saying anything. And the woman is supposed to bring that up. Woman is supposed to make sure that these things are talked out, worked out. There shouldn't be any kind of tension in the house or hatred in the house. I mean, being a protector isn't about just shielding people from danger. It's about guiding the direction the family is supposed to go. Guarding what's most important, like love and relationships and well-being, health, spirituality, all these things. She's supposed to be the guiding light for this. So I'm saying women are protectors too, but it's in a different way. It's just different. And it may be maybe even more important than the physical. Because most people can take care of themselves physical. Okay. The whole point is, are you able to take care of someone emotionally, spiritually, family wise? It doesn't always look like a shield and a knife or a gun. Protection sometimes comes in the form of forethought, emotional labor, sacrificial love, all of those things. Women are frequently protectors that people don't look at us as protectors. Unspoken ways in which we protect our family, hold families together, give families emotional depth, resilience, careful planning. I say women are protectors too. Women protect relationships just as much, if not more so, than men. Men don't do all of these things. Women do these things. So we have to think about it. Are men just the physical protectors, or do they do all of these things that I listed too? Because men don't do all of these things that I listed, but yet women do. So how can we say men invest more into a relationship than a woman does? I don't think so. I think we bring different things to the table. Certain things have more depth than others, but we bring different things to the table and in relationships. And for a man, most of the time, for a man, it's just the physical protection. Oh, well, I gotta make sure doors are locked, the windows are closed, ain't nobody talking to her, blah blah blah. But just imagine you got to do everything. You don't have to do everything because you have a woman there, and she does some of these things. She does some of these protections. I'm not saying a man doesn't do any of those things. I'm saying a woman is going to instinctively do these things if she wants her relationship to last, if she wants that marriage or that opportunity with that man to last. So we have to think protection is not just the physical. Protection comes in different forms. Protection is a man and a woman's job. It's not just a man's job to do the protecting. It's also the woman. It's also the woman's job to do protection. So I'm saying women protect men just like men protect women, just in different forms, just in different ways. And I know once men hear about that, I mean, oh, damn, she don't do that. Well, then you don't know what I'm talking about. The whole point is your relationship, if you're in a relationship, is your relationship as deep and as meaningful as it should be? If you dismiss the contributions that a woman makes, are you really involved in the relationship? Are you really choosing the relationship? Are you really seeing the contribution that a woman does? Because a man thinks because he has money and he pays the bills and he's doing all the protecting, he's doing all of the dangerous parts of the work of the relationship. We protect different things, emotion, and then this is a great thing to tell men what does a woman bring to the relationship? Women brings just as much, if not more, to the relationship than a man. And that's all he got to do. That's all a man got to do is sit there and return the favor. So all he got to do is return the favor. People wonder why people leave relationships. Just ask yourself, are you as a man doing any of these things? Because a woman brings money, opportunity, emotional stability. She brings all of those things too. My thing is, do you bring as a man? Does a man bring all of these things? Or does he just think protection is a physical thing? And they're going to say, no, I know it's more than the physical. Okay, then act like it's more than the physical thing. Put your emotionality into it. Put your forethought into it. Think about every aspect of every day. I would give a man an exercise. Before we end this stream, I want to give a man an exercise. Go one day, go 2 hours or an hour, and think about if you were a single parent, what would be the things that you would need to know? What would be the things that you would need to cover as a single. I give all men that are listening that particular task. If you were a single parent, what would be all of the things that you would have to think about? If you had to decorate a house and make it a home, what would all the things be in your home that you would be able to get? What would be all the things that you would think about? I remember showing you all some of the stuff out of my bathroom, right? I had washcloths, towels, tissue, soap, deodorant, toothbrush, peroxide, Band-Aids, alcohol, shampoo, hairspray, uh, shower curtain, shower mat, all of these things. I challenge a man to come up with all of these things that they may or may not need in a house. And a woman who lives in that house with you automatically goes and gets, automatically understands these are the things that are needed. So when men say, well, what does she bring to the table? She brings a lot to the table. If she's a fully functioning human being and she understands the things she needs to get for a house. You need a tablecloth, forks, knives, spoons, plates, pans, Brillo pads, soap, towels, washcloths, clothes soap, clothes wipes, all of these things that I'm sure a man doesn't think of off the top of his head. He just thinks of moving in there. Like a lot of men say, we would be living in a cave. Men say this, we would be living in a cave if we didn't have to have a woman. So you need to think before you start saying, before a man starts to say, a woman don't bring nothing to the table. Yes, she does bring plenty to the table. Once you begin to think about it, because if you just dismiss her as box and she just dismisses you as money, you're not going to get anywhere. So I'm saying this is a lesson in women do protecting too. Women bring things that protect families, husbands. They do all of these things too. Okay. So I'm saying I challenge the men in the audience. Y'all hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. I challenge you. Think of all the things you need in a house. I got shit galore in this house. A person can walk into my home and they would have everything they need. Coats, washcloths, towels, deodorant. They'd have everything because I have forethought. Well, we do have, I'm not saying there are no meticulous men, but most men are not meticulous. Women, they rely on women to bring those final touches to the house. Most men do. Either they mama or their girlfriend. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. You need soap? Oh, okay. Well, you need a Brillo pad? What you need a Brillo pad for? What we need that for? Most men ain't even thought about why they would need something like that. They just, hey, I got a washcloth, a rag. I just gonna clean stuff. Bleaching water, soap, window dressing, locks, door stoppers, all these things women think about that men don't think about. So I challenge the men. Think about all the things you need in the bathroom. Think about all the things you need in the kitchen. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying women have ways that women protect, or they are protectors of men, just like men are protectors of women. I'm just saying, look at the other role. Look at the female. Men take a look at the female role. If you were a single father, all of the things that you would, of a girl, all of the things that you would need to know and do if you were a single father with a girl. Do you have Band-Aids, alcohol, do you have you thought about those things? Do you need that? Do you need to clean the bathroom? Do you need all of these things? I'm not gaslighting. I'm just saying, when you men stand there and say women don't bring things to the relationship, I know you don't know what you're talking about when you do that. And that's the whole point of this whole message, is that women do protecting too, just like men do protecting. I'm just saying, we all have different roles. but they all complement each other and they're all very important, male and female. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything different. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm saying we all bring things to the relationship. So it's an obsolete question when you say, what do you bring? Oh, I bring box. Really? That's all I bring is box? That's all I bring? Really? That's all I bring? That's all you bring is money? And then you get mad if I say that's all you bring is money. So stop saying that's all we bring is box, because we bring a much more. Everybody brings much more. Much more. So y'all stay tuned. This is a wife code lesson. Stay tuned because we have more. We have more. So stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in for this small session of Wife Code by HQ.